Scooty House Classic and Mainstay. I'll be doing my fights to make after yesterday's fight night card, UFC fight night, Brandon Moreno versus Kavanagh. So it was a decent card. I mean, it definitely was, there were some low level fights on there. I mean, we saw Jose Medina get finished. We saw some things. I also saw a couple stinkers. I mean, Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunes is one of the fights of all time. I mean, Christian Quinones versus Chris Matinho. I mean, who doesn't want to rebook that fight? So, anyways, let's start. So for Loner Kavanagh, picks up this crazy dominant win over Brandon Moreno. Wins 49-46 in my opinion. Just pieces him up, honestly. Just really outpieces him. Doesn't have those same gas tank issues he did against Charles Johnson. Just looks insane in the striking, landing head kicks, landing crazy calf kicks, nearly breaking Moreno's leg. I mean, just drops him, hurts him bad. Like, looked really good in this fight. So I think honestly he'll be in the top six of flyweight, just below Kyoji Horiguchi. So I think he deserves a big name next, and I think a good big name matchup for him. This is what I'm feeling. Call me crazy, but I'm giving him the loser of Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. So here's how I'm gonna matchmake the top five of flyweight. I think we're gonna do Van versus Taira is gonna happen, and then I think we're gonna do Manel Kape versus Kyoji Horiguchi. So that the only guys in the top five would be Brandon Royval and Loner Kavanagh, or Loner Kavanagh versus the loser of this. I don't think Brandon Royval deserves anything close to a title eliminator right now, coming off getting slimed out. So I think he should be fighting like Osama Bayev or Charles Johnson or something. So I say we run Loner Kavanagh versus the loser of Joshua Van versus Tyra, which in my opinion is a very competitive fight. Or I don't know, I feel like Joshua Van low-key pieces him up, but could also see Tatsuro Taira just grappling him, killing him in the grappling. But Van has very good takedown defense. I don't know. I'll do a fight breakdown of that, but I want to see Loner versus the loser. Let's get kind of like a title eliminator type of fight. So I said we run Loner Kavanagh versus the loser, Van versus Tyra. Then from Brandon Moreno, brother, you got pieced up. Looked pretty washed out there. I won't lie. You make my fire. You make my mind. Like that Paul George Wash song. Ball knowers know. So for who Brandon Moreno fights, he's gonna be like number 7, number 8 in the rankings. So I think for him, honestly, it's a pretty easy fight to make. I say just rebook him versus Osama Bayev. I still feel like Wash Brandon Moreno probably beats Osama Bayev too, because Osama Bayev he's a good high output wrestler, but his takedowns are kind of mid and he's kind of non-existent on the feet. I mean, Alex Perez was piecing this man up on the feet before he was able to fluke him with a standing guillotine choke. Like Alex Perez was giving this man belt before he flukes a standing guillotine choke, because Alex Perez has the IQ of a peanut. So I say we rebook this fight, run Brandon Moreno versus Osama Bayev. I don't know. This will probably be a main event in Mexico, no, in the UFC. In my opinion, this could low-key be like the featured fight of pay-per-view. So I say run Brandon Moreno versus Osama Bayev. Also, why is Brandon Moreno looking at me like that? Like I'm the reason that Loner Kavanagh pieced him up. Maybe, I don't know, stop being washed. Maybe learn how to throw more than a jab. I don't know what to tell you. So, on to the co-main event. Dave Martinez, kind of just classic Cheeto Vera performance. I mean, we know what was going to happen. Dude stood around at range for the first 2 rounds, did nothing. Dave Martinez circled around him, karate blitz in and out. Landed some good shots. I did notice he started to slow down in in the second half of the second round. I still gave that round to Martinez, and then third round, Cheeto just the only round he actually fights in is the third round. He shows up, actually lands some body shots, looks actually good. Hurts Martinez kind of badly in the last like 20 seconds of body shots. So I don't know. Martinez's gas tank did look a little sus, but still very good Mexican prospect. His karate, his stick and move karate bliss style is actually pretty fun to watch. I think this fight probably made him look boring, but I just think any Cheeto Vera fight's gonna be boring no matter who he's fighting. So I think for David Martinez, I think he should get a really big name matchup. I think he'll be number 9 in the rankings. I think a big name matchup for him would be David Martinez versus Song Yadong. So I was originally booking Song Yadong versus Mario Batista, but Mario Batista does not want that fight. He wants Corey Sandhagen. So since Mario Batista doesn't want that fight, I know Song Yadong's calling for a fight in Asia. So I say we book David Martinez. He didn't take much damage against Cheeto, let's be honest. So, or he took some damage. Like he didn't look the best, but I imagine in a few months he'll be fine. And then he's a very I see the UFC pushing him. He's a big Mexican prospect. has a fun style. Like this would be a really fun fight that I think is really close, honestly. Now for who I'd lean to win, honestly, this is close. I think if it's a 3 rounder, I think Martinez wins because Soggy Dong's pretty low output early in a fight, and I could see Martinez stealing 2 rounds from him. But if it's a 5 rounder, Martinez cardio, like his in and out karate blitz style, it's very taxing. So I think Song Yadong could lucky get a late round finish or beat him by close decision if it's a 5 rounder. Like so, either way, I say book this fight. This would be a fun top 5 bantamweight matchup. Pushes Martinez, gives Song Yadong a bounce back opportunity. So I say make those. And for Cheeto Vera, brother, yeah, bro, it might be wraps. Well, it's almost wraps. I got one more fight for him. If he doesn't win this next fight, I'm genuinely thinking cut him. Like that's how trash he's looking as of late. Like I'm genuinely thinking cut this brother. Like what would he be on a 5 fight losing streak if he loses here? So I think for Cheeto Vera, I think a fun fight that boosts a fighter that the UFC glazes. I said we run Cheeto Vera versus Peyton Talbot. Like I know Peyton Talbot was calling for this fight after he beat Henry Cejudo. Well, now that Cheeto Vera lost, we might as well just make this fight because Peyton Talbot didn't get the craziest win against Henry Cejudo, so not like I mean he dominated him no doubt, but it's Henry Cejudo in Big 2025, so it's not something we can hold that heavily. And for Cheeto Vera, he just needs to get back in the win column, man. So I say run this fight. Peyton Talbot pieces this man up. Let's be for real, but this would be a good fight. So run this, put this on like the featured fight of a pay-per-view. This is fine. Then for who featured fight, Bobby Green absolutely slimes out Daniel Zellweger. I mean, how dude doing on just Bambi legs, bro? Like, bro, did not look good. Daniel Zellweger was getting belt. Yeah, I don't know. Daniel Zellweger is the biggest fraud in the sport, but so for Bobby Green, he's a 40. Still got it. I mean, sliming out these young prospects, and there's another Unk that's doing coincidentally the same thing. Coincidentally these guys have never fought. This is like the ultimate hood fight. We need to run Bobby Green versus MJ, bro. Like, come on. Writing's on the wall. We need to run Bobby Green versus MJ, bro. Like, tell me this wouldn't be hard. I'm trying to watch 2 Unks scrap it up like they're in the O block, bro. Like both these dudes they've been through some wars. They've been around the lightweight division since Benson Henderson was champion. Since Frankie Edgar was champ. Like that's how long these dudes have been around. Like I think we need to run this fight, just ultimate hood fight. Like put this on the main event of the prelims. This would be a scrap, man. I feel like Michael Johnson probably would have won this as Bobby Green did look decently hittable against Daniel Zellweger, and Michael Johnson's really fast nowadays, so I'd probably lean Michael Johnson to win this, but I think this would be fun, so I say book this sometime in the next few months. Because Michael Johnson, I feel like he's going to beat Drew Dober next week. Even if he loses to Drew Dober, still book this fight. It doesn't matter, but I don't know. I say make this fight. Then for with Daniel Zellweger, yeah, bro, you're going to the PFL after that performance, buddy. I promise you, Daniel Zellweger, you are the worst prospect I ever seen in my life, bro. This dude's a massive favorite in all of his fights. Fumbles all of his fights. He sucks. Like, genuinely, this dude is garbage, man. What does he do? He just stands around and smiles at you. Maybe throws a body kick. Doesn't throw any punches. Gets, like, scared or something. This dude's absolute garbage. Like, genuinely. He's horrible. Send him to the PFL. I don't even know if he's good enough for the PFL. Honestly, feed him to Paul Hughes in the PFL. I'm down. So, let's move on before I get any more mad. Alright, Edgar Chairez picks up a okay win over Felipe Bunes, split decision win. Some people were calling robbery. I don't think so. I thought Chairez won that pretty clearly, 2-1. So for Edgar Chairez, I think he's at that spot in unranked flyweight where he's probably a fight or 2 from the rankings. If you win one fight at flyweight, you're a fight or 2 from the rankings. So the unranked section of this division isn't the best. So I think a fun, scrambly, high output grappling matchup will be between him and Joseph Morales. So Joseph Morales, he is number 15 right now, but Loner Kavanagh, he was unranked. He's going to get put in the rankings, so Joseph Morales is going to get kicked out of the rankings. I think he needs one more fight before I'm fine with giving him a shot against a ranked opponent. So I say we run Edgar Chairez versus Joseph Morales. Both these guys are very high output grapplers that have very good submission skills. Like and I would favor Chairez with the feet on the ground. I'd probably favor Joseph Morales, but I think this would be very competitive. I actually don't know who I would lean to win this fight. I might lean Joseph Morales just because Edgar Chairez would look a little passive in the defensive grappling against Felipe Bunes, but I can also just see Edgar Chairez grabbing his neck when he shoots a double leg or piecing him up on the feet. So this is interesting. I say make this fight. I'm down to see Joseph Morales versus Edgar Chairez. I think this is a fun, high octane scrambling matchup. By the way, you're not. This is not that kind of MMA channel. You're not getting a Felipe Buenas matchup. I don't care. Anyways, moving on. What's this kid's name? Emmanuel Rodriguez gets a pretty sick finish over Kevin Borjas. I mean, gets dropped twice in the first round, almost gets slimed out. I mean, Kevin Borjas is like, I don't know, bro. He has something against Mexican prospects. I mean, he saw it against Lazy Boy. I mean, nearly slimes out Emmanuel Rodriguez here. Luckily, Emmanuel Rodriguez is crafty enough to shoot a takedown, survive the next couple minutes, and then come back in the second round and absolutely just bomb this man out cold in the overhand and get a nasty finish. So Emmanuel Rodriguez, I'm pretty high on this kid. I mean, I was pretty high on this kid when I saw him fight in Contender Series, but now after seeing him slime out someone like Kevin Borjas, which is something guys like Joshua Ben weren't able to do, so I think for Emmanuel Rodriguez, I think he should get a decently big unranked fight right next. So I think for him, honestly, I say we run him versus Jose Ochoa. I just think this fight would be a scrap because Jose Ochoa, he's a very solid prospect. I mean, his only losses in the UFC are to ranked level guys, to like guys like Loner Kavanagh, who's going to be top 6 now, and he lost to Asu Almobayev in a very competitive fight just by getting held down. Has a knockout win over Cody Durden, but he's going to need a bit of a step down after the loss to Asu Almobayev. So I say just run this fight. This would be a very fun, scrappy fight on the feet. Both these guys have knockout power. Like I'm trying to see Jose Ochoa versus what's Emmanuel Rodriguez. Like make this would be a fire unranked flyweight matchup. Like hardcores know this would be hard, so I say run this. And for the final fight I'll be making, Santiago Luna wins the decision over Angel Pacheco. Doesn't make it look as easy as I thought he would, but he still won a clean 30-27, just piecing him up. So for Santiago Luna, he's not bad. He's a 21-year-old Mexican prospect. His cardio didn't look the greatest, but also didn't look horrible either, so I can't fault him too much. So I think for Santiago Luna, I think we should just continue the slow boat of him. I think a fun unranked fight for him at bantamweight. I think we run him versus Adrian Yanez. Adrian Yanez, at one point was seen as this insane prospect, then just gets absolutely slimed out by Rob Font and Jonathan Martinez. So now he's kind of washed. I mean, he can still win fights. He's just not the same as he once was. I think for Santiago Luna, this would be a fun kind of this is a UFC industry plant matchup. UFC loves both these guys, so I say we just run them both against each other. I'd probably lean Luna to win this fight as Yanez's chin is a little sus, and he's just not the same as he used to be, but I can also see Yanez winning this too, as Luna isn't tested yet, so I say run this fight. This would be fun. So anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. Pretty mid-card, but some fun fights I made here. Let me know what fights y'all would make. I respond to every comment, so feel free to comment. And I'll catch y'all on Tuesday. We'll do our Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway breakdown. Just stay tuned. That's a very interesting fight. So, anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace, y'all.